Here's a story featuring the Buddha and a horse, illustrating compassion and wisdom. The Buddha and the Wild Horse. One day, while the Buddha was walking through a village with his disciples, they encountered a wild horse running loose. It was a powerful animal, but it was frightened and uncontrollable. The villagers were shouting, trying to catch it, but their efforts only made the horse more agitated. The Buddha watched calmly for a moment and then approached the villagers. "May I try?" he asked. The villagers were skeptical but agreed. "Be careful, great teacher," they warned. "This horse is dangerous and unpredictable." The Buddha approached the horse slowly, radiating calm and peace. He made no sudden movements and did not try to grab the horse. Instead, he sat quietly on the ground, a short distance away, and began to speak softly. "You are frightened, my friend," the Buddha said gently, his voice soothing. "I understand your fear. You have been chased and cornered, and you think everyone is your enemy, but I mean you no harm. Rest here with me." The horse stopped pacing and turned its head toward the Buddha. It seemed curious, drawn to his calm presence. Slowly, it took a few cautious steps closer. The Buddha remained still, his breathing steady and relaxed. After a while, the horse came closer and nuzzled the Buddha's hand. The villagers watched in amazement as the wild horse, once so frantic, now stood quietly beside the Buddha. "How did you do that, master?" one of the villagers asked. The Buddha smiled. "The horse's fear was met with fear by others, and this only made it worse. But when fear is met with patience and kindness, it begins to dissolve. Just as we must show compassion to one another, we must also show compassion to all living beings, even a frightened horse." The villagers nodded, understanding the deeper lesson. From that day on, they sought to approach not only animals, but also each other with more kindness and patience. And the wild horse? It stayed in the village, now calm and at peace, a silent testament to the power of compassion. This story highlights the Buddha's teachings on kindness and non-violence, reminding us that peace can be found even in the most chaotic moments through patience and understanding.